the non-conventional type of welding process. It is the laser beam welding, LBW in short we call it as. Okay, all of you might have heard about laser. What is the meaning of laser? Can anybody explain? Tell me what is a laser? Any one of you? You might have studied in your physics subject earlier. What is laser? L-A-S-E-R. Anyone? It is the light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Laser nothing but light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. That is called as laser. Okay. Here, that laser beam is used for welding purpose. Laser is produced by using the light. White light. Using that light, we are going to produce the laser beam. By using that concentrated laser beam, we are going to melt the metal and that can be welded. So that is the concept of laser beam welding. First, you observe this diagram with the help of neat diagram whenever it is asked. So here I'll go to the explanation. After that paragraph explanation, I'll go to this. First, you try to understand what is there in this diagram. Here you can see two this yellow colored strips. They are flash lamps. This is a flash lamp and this is also flash lamp. So these are the flash lamps. And inside of this flash lamp, you can see there is a tubular arrangement. This is ruby crystal. This rectangular shape is there, no? That is the ruby crystal. And end of ruby crystal, two ends of ruby crystal are covered with reflecting mirror, 100% reflecting mirror. You can see top and bottom. Top is 100% reflecting mirror, while bottom is partially reflecting mirror. Two mirrors are there covered at both the ends of the ruby crystal. Sides of the ruby crystal is exposed to the flash lamp. Okay. Now this flash lamp, this system is connected to the electrical circuit like this. Okay, for the power supply, so that these flash lamps can produce light. So now, if you come down, there is within the ruby crystal, laser beam is produced. Flash lamps. When we switch on the flash lamps, the ruby crystal produces the laser beam. That laser beam, it is exiting from the partial mirror or partial reflecting mirror, and then those parallel beams of laser, they are focused to a point using a lens. Using a lens, these parallel beams are focused to a point using a lens. The point will be falling on per piece where it is to be joined, where the parts to be joined. Here it produces the intense amount of heat, that is sufficient to melt metal. So this is basic concept. Basic concept is this much. There will be a flash lamp connected to electrical circuit. There will be a ruby crystal, center of the flash lamp. There is a ruby crystal. One end of the ruby crystal is covered with the 100% reflecting mirror. The other end is covered with the partial reflecting mirror. So that inside the ruby crystal, because of the excitation, the laser is produced. That laser will be focused by using a lens. point, a focus to a point, and then that pointed laser is used for melting the metal. This is the very fundamental or basic concept of laser beam welding. Okay. After this, now let us go to study in detail how the laser is used, what these lamps will do. Everything we will try to understand with the help of this basic knowledge. Voice breaking. Now is it okay? Now it is okay.
Yes, sir.
Since how long it was like that? Since how long it was like 5 minutes. Then you are not audible, whatever I explained until now.
No, sir.
Even now also it's breaking, sir.
Network is good. Even then. Shall I explain this once again? Now I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Audible.
So now it's audible clearly. I can continue once again. Repeat the same thing again. Yes. Clearly audible. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳ್ರಪ್ಪ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು. So once again I'll explain the basic concept of this. All of you are able to see this diagram. Okay, in this diagram you are seeing flash lamp. Flash lamp nothing but they are connected to the circuit diagram so that it produces the light. When there is a switch on condition, it produces the light. That is the flash lamp. Flash lamp means it is not continuously lighting, so that it is flickering, continuously flickering. Okay. So that is why it is called as flash lamp for a high excitation purpose. So that is the high intensity flash lamp connected to the circuit. You can see center of this flash lamp. You can see ruby crystal. What is ruby crystal? How is ruby crystal? What is the material of ruby crystal? Central there is a ruby crystal. That ruby crystal is exposed to the flash lamp. Light produced by the flash lamp. Okay. One end of the ruby crystal is covered with 100% reflecting mirror. It means that light will escape through that end. Outside escapement will not be there. The other end of the ruby crystal, it is partially reflecting mirror. It means that half of the light radiation it will go inside again, and some part will go outside. It will go partially reflecting. Okay, mirror. Then you can see this laser beam or the ruby crystal is producing the laser beams. These beams will be traveling parallel through the partially reflecting mirror. These ruby parallel laser beams will be further focused by using a lens. By using a lens, these beams are focused. How it is focused? To a point. It should become a point. Like that, the parallel beams or parallel rays are focused to a point. Then at this point, it will generate severe temperature in the order of 2500, so that that is sufficient to melt the base metal or whatever the metal we are melting. So this is the basic concept of laser beam welding, LBW, very fundamental concept. Then what is Ruby? How the laser is produced? All these things. If this is clear, I will go further. Shall I go to the next? Is this clear to everyone? Is it
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sir.
so? Now, go to the aspect of that after having understood about the basic concept. What is laser? How the laser is produced? Everything we will see now. Laser beam welding or simply laser welding. Normally, we call it as LBW, laser beam welding. See here, what is the laser? I explained already. Laser, it is a light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. LASER, laser. This is already studied in your 10th or PU classes about these abbreviations and expansion. Radiation. By stimulation, atomic stimulation will be done.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡೋದು? One second, I'll change the location. The voice is audible or breaking? Give quick response.
Again, it's breaking, sir.
No, it's fine, sir.
Still it's breaking, sir. Still it's breaking, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, once again, I need clarification. Breaking or good?
No, sir.
Now
Still
I
it's
changed my location.
Still it is breaking, sir.
You are seeing the people, screen. You can see the screen, Nala?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the? You can see the screen, but voice is breaking.
yes,
Sir,
sir.
break ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ವಾಯ್ಸ್.
Yes, sir.
Shall I log out? And I will exit and Now I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Voice is okay.
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Okay. Thank you. See, now we were studying about the laser, that is the laser amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. How this laser is produced, all those details we will learn now. Principle and theory of operation, you can see now. I told you there is a flash lamp. Inside the flash lamp there is a ruby crystal. What is that ruby crystal? Ruby crystal is it is a aluminium oxide. Ruby crystal is a aluminium oxide Al2O3 with chromium dispersed. Okay, aluminium oxide with chromium dispersion. It is the ruby. Okay, that ruby crystal is used to produce the laser beam. Okay, the ends of the crystal are silvered. That means that mirror. To one side perfect 100% reflecting mirror, and the other side it is partial reflecting mirror. That is there. Around the crystal, it is the xenon flash tube, xenon flashlight or xenon flash tube. It is used. Why it is used means to produce light with high amplitude or high intensity. High intensity light is to be produced. So for that purpose, this xenon flash lamp is used. Okay, this is the xenon flash lamp. This outside you can see that slightly brownish or yellow. What is it? That is the xenon flash lamp. Why it is called flash lamp? Light is not produced continuously by using that. It is flickering, continuously flickering. That is why it is called as flash lamp. Okay. So now what happens, we will see. This flash tube converts electrical energy into light. Capacitor bank stores electrical energy. Here capacitor is shown here. This is the capacitor bank that is used to store the energy, and because high intensity light is to be produced, that energy requirement is supplied by means of capacitor. Okay. Then what happens? The ruby is exposed to intense light flashes. The ruby is exposed to intense means high amount. Okay, that high intensity light flashes, so that then what happens? The chromium atoms are excited. Chromium atoms in the ruby crystal are excited and pumped to high energy level. What happens? The chromium atoms are there in the ruby crystal. Ruby crystal consisting of aluminum oxide and chromium. Chromium is dispersed throughout the aluminum oxide. There what happens? As soon the high intensity flash lamp or flashlight produces, the chromium atoms are getting excited. They get high energy. Next level means high energy level means they are absorbing the energy from the flash lamp. They are excited. That's all. Okay. The chromium atoms are going to be excited because of the absorption of high amount of light energy produced by flash lamp. That is the meaning of this sentence. Next, the atoms drop immediately to an intermediate energy level with the evolution of heat. So now, what happens next? Initially, as soon it absorbs, the chromium atoms absorbs the flash energy or flashlight, it is jumped to higher energy level. But due to that higher energy level, it is releasing the heat. It is evolving, or a evolution of heat takes place. Due to that evolution of heat, it is falling down to intermediate energy level. From higher energy level to intermediate energy level, it is reducing. Okay, why means because of the evolution of the heat. Okay, and finally what happens, and eventually back to their original states, chromium will fall back to its original state with the evolution of red fluorescent light. What light is produced? Red fluorescent light. That itself is laser. Red fluorescent light, it is produced. So that is the laser one beam. So with the production of this red fluorescent beam, the chromium energy level drops. Echo agutte. Echo. So initially what happens, chromium absorbs flash lamp energy from light from flash lamp. It is going to be overexcited because of the absorption of light. So it reaches the higher energy level, and with the evolution of the heat, what happens, it comes to drops to the next intermediate level. Finally, with the when it is producing the red fluorescent light, the light color changes to red, then it drops to normal state, normal energy level. That is the process or mechanism what is happening inside the ruby crystal. That is happening within the ruby crystal. As the red light emitted by one excited atom, one such excited atom, chromium atom, as the red light emitted by one excited atom hits another excited atom, the second atom gives off red light, which is in phase with the colliding red light wave. So totally like this, a chain reaction takes place. One beam, one red light beam hits the another red light, another chromium atom. Like that, one-to-one chain reaction takes place. How explosion takes place continuously, like that. So atom to atom explosion takes place, or bombarding takes place because of this light impact. So finally, it gives rise to production of the laser beam. This becomes chain reaction, and finally narrow laser beam comes out of the ruby crystal. Now, with the help of this diagram, you can see here. See this, as soon as the flash lamp, it is producing the light. This ruby is absorbing the light, and the rays traveling up and down. See here, it is moving like this also. Like this also takes place laterally, linearly takes place. So now what is happening? The light beams are they are targeting one beam is targeting the excited atom of the other one, and then another one targets the other excited atom. Like that, finally, due to this chain reaction, the laser is produced. That laser, because this bottom, you can see that it is a partially reflective mirror. Some portion of the beams, again it is reflected within the crystal, and some portion of the light, it is going out of the partial reflecting mirror. So that whatever the beam which is coming out of the mirror, partial mirror, there all these beams are focused to one point using lens. Okay, so that is explained here. The same diagram it is provided here also. You can see in a different way. So this is like this, highly silvered face, everything is there. Then focusing lens, the beam is focused to one point. So then what happens at this point where the workpiece it meets, severe amount of heat is developed or energy is developed, so that at that temperature the metal will be melted. Okay, this is about the ruby crystal and the laser production. In simple way we have to explain. Don't worry about much explanation. How it is to be explained? The ruby crystal consisting of aluminum oxide and chromium atoms. These chromium atoms, when they absorb the high intensity flash light, they are going to be excited to higher energy level. When they are excited to higher energy level, then they excite in turn the neighboring atoms also. And what happens during this high energy excitation process? It produces a kind of red light. Okay. So it releases the heat. So when the heat is released, its level intermediate come down to intermediate level. Finally, it releases the red light. Then again, it steps down to the normal state condition. So like that, these beams of light, red light, go on impinging one atom to another atom, another atom to another atom. Like that, continuously the reaction takes place. Because of that continuous action, so what is happening? Finally, the parallel light beams are they are not the ordinary light beams, laser beams. Parallel laser beams are going to be coming out of the partial mirror, okay, partially reflective mirror. Then these parallel beams are further focused to become one point. Okay, that point, what is happening? Severe amount of heat is developed at that point. So therefore, if you keep the metal at that junction, then the metal is going to be welded. So because of the melting temperature. So this is the fundamental concept of the laser beam welding. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this type? Any doubts in this you can ask now. First, before going to the advantages, disadvantages and other things, let me ask any doubts or any clarifications are there in this. Quick response. Yes.
No, sir. No doubt.
No
doubt, sir.
Okay, now let's go to the advantages. Welds can be made inside transparent glass or plastic housings. It means that the entire process can be carried out within a glass chamber, within a plastic chamber, within a vacuum. So those areas also welding can be easily carried out. A wide variety of materials can be welded, whether dissimilar metal, similar metal, wide variety of materials can be welded. Even plastics can be welded because finally it is not required to have conducting materials. Non-conductive materials, conductive materials, any material can be welded. So therefore, that is the wide variety of material can be welded. It permits welding of small, closely spaced components with weld as well as few microns in diameter. That is very delicate components. Very thin components can also be welded. Laser being highly concentrated produces narrow size of HAZ. What is HAZ? It is heat affected zone. Heat affected zone, HAZ. What is heat affected zone means? In normal welding process, arc welding especially, so that welding, it is going to heat the neighboring material. Other than the joint itself, surrounding material also going to be affected because of the heating. So that is called as HAZ, heat affected zone. In the arc welding, heat affected zone is more because it is going to affect the neighboring area. But here it is concentrated to one point. The weld, only that small portion is going to be affected. Neighboring area is not going to be affected. That is the advantage of this. Heat treated alloy can be welded without affecting their heat treated condition. That's what this is. This and the previous points are related. More HAZ here in the if the more HAZ, if you are welding the already heat treated material, then what happens? Its heat treatment is going to be affected. Properties will be changed. But here it is not going to change because the welding is going to be concentrated at one point. So therefore, it is not going to affect the heat treatment process. These are some of the advantages. Still, there are many advantages. Okay, as no electrode is used, electrode contamination is not there, it is eliminated. Since it is light, it can be focused to microscopic dimensions and directed with great accuracy. Accuracy of welding, it is very good. Laser beam concentrated energy can be precisely controlled. Automation is also very easy. Like that, so many advantages are there. What are the disadvantages? The major drawbacks is slow welding speed. So it cannot be welded. The arc welding, how we weld at a faster rate? No, you cannot do that welding because heat generated is also minimum here. Arc welding, you can generate 5,000, 6,000 degrees centigrade at the instant. But here by using this, you cannot do that. So the temperature is very, it is minimum. Thickness to be welded is also minimum. Like that, the welding speed is minimum. Welding thickness is also minimum, limited to depths of approximately 1.5 millimeter. See, very small thickness of metal can be welded. Any thickness cannot be welded. Okay, like that, some disadvantages. What are the applications? So many applications are mentioned here. Few applications. Let us see. Laser can weld wire to wire, wire to wire, one end of the wire to another end of the wire. Sheet to sheet, okay, or wire to sheet, wire to sheet, tube to tube, or tube to sheet. Anything welding is possible like that. So laser can weld wire to wire, sheet to wire, tube. So this welding, it is possible.